My name is Keith Bushey. I've been in law enforcement for almost 5 decades. I'm somebody that's on the Law Enforcement Advisory Board of Elite. Started my law enforcement career with the LA County Sheriff's Department, deputy for a short period of time, state game warden, went over to LAPD where I spent 31 years, retired as a commander, then out to San Bernardino County where I was the county marshal, then a chief on the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, retired again. But it was in my last assignment in the public sector with the Office of the District Attorney in Los Angeles County, where I served on the executive staff, that I first became aware of Elite. And I got to tell you, I was hooked immediately. I'm not exaggerating if I were to tell you that I personally have responded to virtually hundreds of false alarms in my career. Later, as a manager, as an executive, I can't even tell you how much manpower we lost as a result of responding to false alarms. Ask a cop, any cop. He or she will typically tell you that that probably upwards of 90% of the alarm calls are false. Even today, the best alarms, other than Elite, they really don't work out very well. They got great cameras. When there's an intrusion, the police are notified, the cameras are rolling. But typically what occurs, the officers get there and the bad guys are gone. They play the videotape and they get a couple bad guys on hoodies. It still just doesn't work very well. Elite has changed all that. Elite is such that you don't have false alarms anymore. Using high-grade military-grade analytics, typically when there's an intrusion, the cameras pick it up before the naked eye can see it. Now the cameras are going all the time anyway, but when there's an intrusion, the cameras go live in the command center, and one of the command center operatives, in fact most of those folks are military veterans, is able to see what's occurring. And typically these cameras pick up the image before it's even visible with the naked eye. If it's something like a kid on a skateboard that wants to play around, well, they hit the switch and they use a talk-down microphone or a loudspeaker and tell the person to leave. But if it appears that it's somebody that's going to commit a crime, right then and there, they're on the phone with law enforcement. When there's a call, the command center personnel coordinate the response of law enforcement. They tell the police dispatchers exactly where the suspects are, give guidance on the way that the officers might respond, and take the suspect into custody. And it doesn't get any better than that. You've got the entire thing on tape. It's great for law enforcement, great for officer safety. Got to tell you, it's great for prosecution. In fact, there aren't too many court trials. Once a bad guy and his attorney see the tape, there's not too many court trials. Not to criticize guards. They're hardworking people and they've served a valuable purpose. But they can't be in several places at one time. They call in sick. Sometimes guards fall asleep. The cameras with Elite aren't that way. They're on duty 24 hours a day. They don't take breaks. They don't file workers' compensation claims. And it's about as good as it gets. I am honored to have been invited to be a member of Elite's Law Enforcement Advisory Board. Along with several other law enforcement executives from throughout the nation, we are kind of the leading edge of the partnership between Elite, public safety, and the private sector. We seize every opportunity to educate everybody we can. We travel around the nation. We make presentations to groups. Most recently, we had all of the dispatchers from the LAPD, or the dispatch supervisors. So it's not only are we educating law enforcement executives, but we're reaching out virtually to the boots on the ground as well as the people who dispatch the boots on the ground. I must tell you that I have never met one person, not one, that is not as enthusiastic as I am once they become familiar with what Elite is all about. Remote guarding is the way to do business.